Okay, what you're looking at here for today's game is 3,000 points worth of Warhammer 40K. We have the Raven Guard. Looks like they're sporting 2 sets of Terminators, Drop Pod, a Dread. We got a Vanguard group here with some Lightning Claws, and Chaplain and some other units behind there, and a tank with a shovel in the front. Dozer. Dozer blade. Yeah. So no difficult terrain problem for that. For my army, the Dark Eldar, I have one troop of 10 with a squad leader and a splinter rifle. Group of 10, squad leader with a splinter rifle. Group of 10 with a dark lance. Group of 10 with a dark lance. I have a raider squad of 5 with a raider, of course. Another raider squad of 5. They have 1 splinter cannon and 1 squad leader. 1 splinter cannon, 1 squad leader. This here is a witch group, and they will come with a raider as well. And then this is my retinue. I have 2 HQs. I have my Archon, and then I have 2 Hemiculoids that will be along with the retinue of warriors. The warriors, there's 9 warriors, 2 with splinter cannons. And this group here of 9, because of points and stuff like that, I have 9 Scourges. 4 of the Scourges have splinter cannons. One of the other Scourges is a squad leader. Okay, so our game that we're playing today is going to be Capture and Control with Dawn of War. I have Ed won the role, so he had me deploy first. I deployed my guys as close as possible to the middle line. I could put them in a little bit closer, but leaves him very little space on this edge to deploy his guys. And then to be a little sneaky, since I can only deploy 1 HQ, I have 2 Hemiculoi, and they count as 1 HQ unit, so I played them down independently just to kind of force them further away from my objective, my marker, which is right there. Okay. So now it's his turn to deploy, and we'll go from there. We're going to be putting in some infiltrate guys over on my side of the table, and so they're definitely within 18 inches away from the HQ there. And if they have scout, they'll also get to move yet. It's part of your 50, so you can bring it in. so I moved my guys in here. I moved some, these guys here took some rapid fire shots at the scouts that were in the building here. So they managed to save all the shots that were at them. Luckily I rolled real bad as usual. I was trying to get this HQ unit and combined with these guys, but both of these guys ran only 1. And these guys ran 5 at least, so that was good. But they're still 2 inches away from being in cohesion. These guys, since I had them already on the terrain piece, they could move in automatically. These guys ran for 2, so not much movement out of them. Now it is time for the Raven Squad to deploy their forces and do their nastiness. So this is the bottom of turn 1. And once again, we forgot about the rules of night fight shooting. Raven Guard, they moved in some units over there. They're too far away to do any shooting. Ed dropped a drop pod with a dread in it, and it was here, moved over here a little bit. The drop pod shot at the unit, took 1 guy out. Death Dread, or not Death Dread, but Dread shot at this unit, took a few out there. We have yet to do a leadership role for them. Tank came in, shot a big large pie plate on my Dark Eldar warriors here, wiped out quite a few of them. Then this scout squad here finished them off. This scout did not move, forgot to move them before the shooting phase. So that was bound of 2 for the Raven Guard, bottom of 1 for the Raven Guard. Top of 2 for the Dark Eldar. So for my reserves, I had my Scourges come in. started here, they scattered over there, which is okay because then I didn't have to do a dangerous terrain test for landing on a building. I was going to have my Raider deep strike right here with screaming jets, but I scattered 8 inches off the table. So my opponent elected to move me on top of this building here, forcing me to do a dangerous terrain test with my vehicle, but I did save it. That was for top of turn 2. I moved some guys, shot, and then assaulted. Both of the Dark Lances, they shot at the drop pod, could not take it out. One hit and failed, and the other one missed. I moved my warriors up and then decided to assault the dread. Okay, so we had assaults. My guys tried to place a plasma grenade on the dread, didn't do it. These guys, they assaulted, didn't hit. They respond back, didn't hit. Death Dread responded back, not Death Dread, Dread responded back, and he didn't do nothing. So a whole lot of nothing. So bottom of turn 2 for the Raven Guard, we had a long turn, but my warriors got wiped out here. These warriors were falling back, but this is top of turn 3 now, and they made their leadership test, so they're still okay. We're still in assault here with the Dread. We went through a long, lengthy battle here, but what happened is that my 2 independent characters, since they were part of this whole group, they all got kind of wiped out. That they had to fall back, and since they were below the 50% strength rule, and they failed their leadership, there was no option but they had to run off the table. At the bottom of turn 3, that tank shot here. It scattered and nailed our guys that were into close combat. So, wiped out all but one of mine and wiped out one of his. And that was in bottom turn 3 for Raven Guard. We have yet to resolve this part here, resolve this part here. They moved here, and those guys are locked in combat. So we got more to go. Alright, so we're at bottom turn 4. Still in assault with the Dread here. The Himigla, he went into close combat with the Dread as well. Why, I don't know, just because he's being goofy. Still no bloodshed has been made in this assault for the... We still have to do his turn for the assault, so we'll see, maybe that might change. During my movement, I turbo boosted this vehicle from way over here to over here. My vehicle went over here and then fired on to there, scored a hit but no damage. This one left from that spot there to here, fired, scored no hit. During it, well, you see, those guys are gone. Those guys are gone. The 2 raiders, they tried to shoot the tank, failed. My Raider from here turbo boosted to over here, and I forgot to move my Scourges, so they ran one, and that's it. Bottom turn 5 for the Raven Guard. 6 Raven Guard, that's terrain. That one became terrain trying to get into the building.
that one became.
I jumped my guys into his objective marker, took a few wounds, lost some guys, made my leadership test, so they're okay. So they are contesting his base. My guys are all around it. So we get yet to see what happens at the bottom of turn 6. So they had a bottom of turn 6, and the remaining troops for the round got wiped out. So no contesting over there. He's actually got a scoring unit here, and so that's it for game. Raven Guard.